Welcome to the morning briefing for 425, April 25th, 2022. I appreciate everybody for joining today. Let's see what we got, man. Friday we closed red. And now today we're starting to see a little bit of movement, knowing that it's a huge earnings coming out this week. We got Microsoft, Facebook, we got Visa, Coca-Cola dropped their stuff this morning. Twitter announced that they more than likely going to, accept the deal from Elon Musk to buy Twitter. So there's a lot going on. Now we're getting down to the March lows. If we go and look at SPY to start off the day, SPY came down to the 421 area and starting to see a little bounce at that area. Is at 424 now. Looking to target back above that 426. This is why we use charting. This is why we're consistent at charting, because when you see that support at the 421 and that slight reversal, we know where it's going to more than likely head. Let's see if it heads up to 426. If it breaks above, we may be able to do some short-term calls in between 426 and 430. But if it goes up to 426 and not break it and not get above, we're going to see some downside back towards that 421. So this is why we're consistent, and we always, utilize our charting to take advantage of trading. I mean, sometimes I understand it seems impossible, or I understand it seems not accurate, or it's not. Once you understand it, you're going to make a lot of more conscious decisions and more smarter decisions about how to enter the trade and how to get out of the trade. But yes, for now, let's wait to SPY, see what it does at 426. If it don't reaches that level and it comes down and break below 421, my target's still intact for 415.66. Everybody understand that? And again, 415.66 is the March lows. Going back to March, that's that same area that it bounced off of. Here go March, here go the 14th, and here go the 7th. This is that 415.66. Then it bounced back up, gave you that slight little hot run up to about 452. And then last week, Thursday, it showed like it was going to make a move towards the 452 again, but it stopped at 448. Reverse back down. I told you guys the information about the 426 and the 415 at 437. And then now we're back at this level again. So please pay attention. I'm expecting my entry overall will more than likely be 415.66, right? And I'm going to trade that up to the 426, 421. I'm going to keep this area very tight, because you never know what's going to happen. But depending on how earnings perform, if Microsoft come out with a killer earning, this could blow up. If, Facebook come out with some crazy news, it might blow up. But again, we're going to be patient. We're not going to rush nothing. We're going to make sure that we get our entry correct, right? Here go Microsoft. Microsoft has earnings this week. You're starting to see it break down. It almost look exactly like the SPY, right? We know that their bottom is around 471.73. It's sitting at 472.87 right now. You notice that's the higher low setup, which we always consistently see with these tech companies, that they start making a wedge or creating a pendant where you can get that, higher low setup and then get up into this area and then break once it breaks out of the trend. So please pay attention with their earnings coming up this week. I don't know how it's going to react. It usually have good earnings consistently. So let's pay attention to these areas. If it does break below this 471 area, our next level is probably going to be around 261. Sorry about that. If it breaks below the 271 area, we might be able to get that 261.65. So please pay attention. Don't be in a rush to just jump in. Make sure you guys are understanding what you're doing, especially seeing this downtrend on the 1 week. Definitely give you an indicator of some downside. We may be able to wait off to a little bit until around June, where it squeezes up in between here, and then we get our breakouts for July and August. The same thing we did last year. So hopefully, guys, if you guys have been here for over a year or for over 2 years, you've seen every June and July, the market goes crazy on recovery, and our setups be perfect, and we definitely take advantage of those opportunities. So please pay attention. And it's okay not to trade. Don't feel like you have to wake up and come in here and be like, man, I have to trade something, guys. You don't have to. Sometimes you can sit back and look and learn from looking at, is my support holding up? Is, would this option do some paper trading? Is this option going to work out if I do it as a day trade? Yeah, can I make my 15% off of this? Can I make my 30%? Right? So please do not be in a rush. It's going to come out here and spend your money. Take your time. The ones that's patient is definitely going to be the winners. What else we got in here? We got Facebook. We got Facebook. Again, my target for Facebook is simple. I'm not doing nothing to screen. 176. I'm trying to get back to that 176. That's that support slash resistance area from back in 2019 and pandemic. Once it broke above that 176, it ran all the way up towards that two. What is that? 2 and some change. About 218, 220. So, that's the resistance. We know it's consistent from 2020. Here go that same areas for, support, same areas as support all the way from 2019. This is how we find out if those supports are solid, studying what happened in history. And then if it breaks below that, of course, we can see some more downside to the 160. So once this stock price get down to that low, you're talking about an extreme discount for a quality business with a long-term potential. You guys need to start doing some evaluations. You guys need to start figuring out if you want to buy long, hold shares or go long on options. But we're definitely seeing a huge discount out of Facebook and a lot of these quality businesses. So please pay attention. Again, pandemic showed you guys years of potential in a short amount of time. This is pandemic price. This is at the peak, which is September of 2021. It ran up to $378. Again, pandemic price lows was $149. Now, so we're sitting right $30 above pandemic price. Think about that. So this is why I'm telling you guys, patience is going to bring you a long way. Once this stock price start, coming down or, hold at this 176, we should be able to make some solid decisions on what we want to do. Everybody understand? And mind you, we traded this. These green bars, we traded this in March. I put out Facebook calls at the support at 189. So don't sleep. I'm paying attention. So when they come down, this is how we won here, right? So when they come down again, that's how we're going to win again. Same way. Anybody got questions so far? This week, we also got steel on the map. X, one of the stocks that Ken like to put out. I like CLF. They had earnings last week. They had a little bit of traction coming in. It's looking like it's slightly breaking below the support. Also breaking below the 8-day moving average. So we may see a little bit of downside coming up out of X. We can look towards the yellow is the 300-day moving average, which is around $30 for a nice little bounce. And usually the moving averages is also a good solid support. So let's see what happens with X. Be patient, but they do have earnings this week on the 28th. And you may be able to get away with a nice swing. Now, we seen AA last week fall drastically, right? It's down to about $67 right now. I think Seahawk Tiger posted it up in the premium lobby. So this may be able to this could do the same thing. It can drop to $24. So get your puts, get your straddle, whatever you want to do, get that together because you can make money on the downside, just like how you make money on the upside. So please pay attention. We know that the resistance is $38.41. You see how it ran up to that area and reversed back down. This is a triple top, multiple top, and then now it's breaking back down below the 33. So please pay attention. But the earnings is coming up on the 28th. I suggest the day before doing something like a straddle, or if it's is it aftermarket? If it's aftermarket, same type of deal. Do a straddle and see how it go. 5% above, 5% below. Everybody understand?
Yep.
For sure. I gotta, make sure everybody in here today. But yeah, man, paying attention to these bottoms is going to be important. Let's talk about some of the ones I like, especially for June and July. Apple, CRM, CrowdStrike. I love those companies around this time. Last year, I killed it with those same companies. We took advantage of a lot of trades during that time. And now CRM is breaking all the way down. Now, mind you guys, this is where we traded it last year. This was that downtrend I told you guys about last year. We bought it around the $200 area. It ran up to $300, right? Now, since then, hitting that all-time high, notice what's happening. It's breaking all the way back down, touching that same downtrend area. It could come below it. It could come to as low as, let me see where the support is at. It can come further, right? We know this is a quality business, but again, pandemic had a lot of these stocks priced in extremely, high from, their potential for 5 to 10 years from now, which, you have to pay attention to. You have to consider those things. Even if you bought it around 200 and it ran up to $100, that's 50%. That's good in 1 year span. It wasn't even really a year. It's like a couple months. A 6-month span, you got 50% out of a quality business. A lot of people may be maneuvering off of that, right? But they're going to come back and buy it, right? So here go your next levels. You got 71, you got 58, you got 148, you got 136. Let's see what happened around this area at 171. Now, if we hold at this 171 and start seeing signs of reversal, we may get back. We got to get back above this green line, which is 193. But this is a solid company, and it's been consistent throughout the years. But it's just, it's having a huge downside right now, which is okay. So please pay attention to CRM at this huge downside. Just like, Apple may not be getting the same discount like this, but it's definitely seeing some downside. Is at 161. The bottom this year for Apple was 149. I told everybody I made sure I got me some shares at 154. That was my support area. Here we go that 154, 155, here we go that 149. Let's see what happens. Be patient. If it continue to come down, hit 155, 150, 149 is below that, there you go. We can go long. We can go 170 calls all the way to October. We can go 180 calls all the way to next year. Like, we can go long once this stock price come down like this. So please be patient and pay attention. This is that time. Consistency. Anybody got questions about those two?
What you say your bottom move on sale for?
Oh, is that 171 has to hold on the 1 month. Then, but below that, let me see, make sure. And it's at 170.51 right now. The next level below that is 158. And this is the 1 hour chart. So you're not gonna really see that next candle until 1 hour from now. But the next level is 158, and then below that is 148. But again, this is a good business. It just had a whole, it's $150 down from the all-time high. That's crazy. And the all-time high was just last year, November. So now you've seen this full downside. It's okay to not touch it and let it continue to go until we find a solid consolidation where we can be taking advantage of trades in between here. Anybody else? Let's talk about travel, because we continue to see, I think American Airlines got earnings this week. United Airlines got earnings this week. Hold on, I said America is on the July. I don't think that's right though. Let me see where the airlines is at. Excuse me, y'all. Make sure I get this right. Let me look. Hold up. Sector. What sector that is? Oh, industrial. Airlines. So airlines. We have some on the 26th of April. JetBlue and Hawaiian Holdings. JetBlue is this week. VLS RS. I don't know what that is. 28th. Oh, LUV. Southwest is on the 28th. And that seemed like it's it. So no American Airlines this week. Just Jet.
JetBlue get bought out or something, or Spirit? Don't they got something going on?
Let me see. I'm looking real quick. Hold on, give me a sec. I'm sorry, I'm on my other screen if y'all don't see what I'm doing. I
I,
apologize.
I can't remember when, but I swear I remember maybe sometime recently it was some type of talk. I don't know if it was an actual deal, but it was some talk about JetBlue or Spirit getting bought out.
No, let me see. I don't see nothing yet in the news. It probably been how many months that been? It been a little bit. We had a little bit of time. I think it was Spear. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it had been like a month ago, maybe. It's so much be going on, man. It make you forget about everything else.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be a lot going on, man. That's why you gotta stay locked in to what you're doing and like don't
Right.
because as soon as you veer off and then what you had planned, dog, I see this a lot. We have a plan, you put the plan together and you're sticking to the plan, right?
Right.
As soon as something changed and then something else come in and look better, your plan is still intact. You miss out on your plan. You miss out on what you're supposed to be doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then your plan is it works. And you like, dang, I should have stuck with what I was doing. So yeah, man, it's definitely, that type of feel.
It done happened to me multiple times, like by trying to think that a large cap stock is better than a trade on a smaller stock. Like I might have a trade for ChargePoint, a good, easy, simple trade. It might have support at $18, and I might buy the $19 call, and it might shoot up to $20. Easy trade, but I'll sit there and I'll judge it by the money because I know like a Salesforce trade. If I do a CRM trade, the multiplication of the money is going to be way different than that charge. But the ChargePoint trade could still be a easy game plan set trade versus chasing with CRM.
Yeah. And that's true. That's true. Like the ChargePoint trade can give you an easy 150%. It may give you a 50, 60%, but you looking at CRM like, man, I know this is gonna be 500, 400%. And you miss out on it all. CRM don't perform.
Right.
And the other one goes up to 150%. You like, dang, I could have had 150% at least. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's why you got to keep a balance. I mean, I just don't wake up and buy everything. I kind of keep a balance. I buy one in a small sector, buy something in the high caps. You know what I mean? I don't really just focus on one side of it. I kind of maneuver, stick and move.
Right. It's easy though, man. You gotta be patient and you gotta stick to your plan. If you plan it out, shit, the best thing to do is to write it down. Once you write it down, you already know, like, all right, this is what I need to do. Boom, boom, boom.
And them phone alerts, man. Once that alert go off on my phone, I know I'll be ready to celebrate because I know where I'm putting my alerts at. I'm using the 1 month time frame. I'm using the 1 week time frame. So I'm getting big alerts. Man, bro, I can't even do. That's the best way I've ever traded ever in my life. Like them alerts come in, I just look at my phone, see the alert, look at the chart. Oh, it looks good, and just jump in. It'd be so solid. I have so much time, just freedom, man. But yeah, LUV, JetBlue this week. Watch out for airlines that have some type of traction. Here goes the LUV. I think Ken put out a $50 call. It ran up last week to about 49 and some change. Bottom support is around 52 on the 1 month. Below that is 39. So look for a break above the 47, and the next target gonna be 52. So pay attention to JetBlue. We know that oil runs along. We got a lot of oil stocks that earnings this week. So if you're seeing oil drop, don't panic or anything. Their earnings is this week. We're just maybe getting a little bit of a discount. It's a double top setup here on XOM according to FinViz. So this may have a little bit of downside, but XOM definitely was in a nice uptrend. It's finally breaking that uptrend after, from January all the way to now. It's finally breaking the uptrend. So we may have a little downside down to about $79. So let's see what happened with this for sure. Again, from January, it was only $56 and the height was 89 and some change, almost 91.48. And then from there, it kind of found nice support at 77. And then, continue to push back up and tested that $90 area last week. And now you're starting to see some downside because of the double top. So Please pay attention to oil also this week. We may be able to get some nice puts or get some short-term calls and seeing how it works. So, but travel, you gotta stay locked in on travel, resorts, anything that got to do with leisure or vacations. It's time to start, doing your homework, staying focused, staying locked in on those. Because those, to me, in my opinion, is at a huge discount. They haven't been moving because we know that, COVID had everybody in the house for about 2 years. A lot of restrictions starting to be lifted now. So, definitely, I got a lot of, lines and stuff for Carnival Cruise Line. Let me delete some of this stuff because this look crazy. But this is the overall line right here. This is the overall downtrend line from 2018. Definitely got to break that line. Once we break that line around $21, we definitely going to be able to see nice little runs coming up out of Carnival Cruise Line. That's all I'm really waiting on. Once you start seeing Carnival Cruise Line running, we're definitely going to start looking at Royal Caribbean and everything else. And again, their earnings is coming up in June. Should have some good spring break money on there. Should have some good revenue pickup on there. We haven't been hearing a lot about COVID. We haven't been hearing a lot about COVID on ships. You know what I mean? So please pay attention to travel. I've been saying this since last year. I know a lot of people grabbed Carnival when it came down about 15, and they really haven't been back down to 15 yet. It's been kind of, lingering. So please pay attention to travel, man. This can be a, huge.
Have you looked at any of the leaps on travel here lately?
The only one that was the one from last year I yelled at was the $30 call, and it was varying between, about 150 up to about 230. So, I know people probably sold at 230 because it was, terrified. But that's the only one. I think the $30 one for Carnival is solid. I think, at least if it goes to 25 in June for the earnings,
yeah,
something solid. You feel what I'm saying? But again, the overall downtrend gonna break if it breaks above 21. So you're definitely gonna look for more after that. You know what I mean? Because this is the 1 month time frame. So we definitely gonna be looking for more after that.
All right. Yeah, that's a lot of consolidation from 2020 to now. It's right there.
Yeah. And if people that been with me for a while, y'all knew I was doing Carnival trades, up to the $30 calls. It consolidated at 30 up to about 27 to $30 last year. I mean, it was a long consolidation, and it finally broke. And now we're back down here to the teens. But yeah, pay attention. The overall downtrend on the 1 month scale shows me if we break above this 2160, we're definitely gonna be getting into that next move, that next phase. Yeah, for sure. And that's just Carnival. I mean, all of them move the same, so you guys can go to wherever you want. But those, I mean, with everybody trying to get out the house and travel and stuff, I'm telling you, these are some sleepers.
Anybody know what happened with the stock split with Tesla? Like what they was talking about? I thought they was gonna vote on it this quarter with this earnings release. I know they buying Twitter, and it looked like Tesla going down. I don't know why companies always do that. The company they buying will go up, but the company that's buying it will go down.
Right. I don't have no information about the split, but usually that happens because they're taking money out of the business to buy another business, and that's just what it is.
But see, I think what Amazon said they split in two, right? And I think they already put a date out, right?
Yeah, Google split in two, and they got earnings this week. Amazon splitting also. That's why I see it. Google broke below 2,500. I mean, these some crazy prices, man. I'm not saying go spend 2,500 on Google, but once that split come, when it come close to the split, watch out for the moves, man. It's gonna be some crazy moves.
Yeah, you gotta remember Google on mostly everybody's phone. Not if you got an iPhone, but some people with iPhones still download Google.
Yeah, facts. Google on YouTube. That's one of their biggest thing now.
Yes, can't look past it.
Can't, bro. Anybody else? It's a lot of information out here. What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is patience gonna help you win at the end of the day.
Check out Bob out for me when you get a chance. I've been doing day trades on that.
Okay. And what you were saying, Sky Zone?
Can you look at UNG right quick?
Okay. And you said day trades on which one, Matt?
Baba, I'm looking for a put on Alibaba.
Okay, Chinese. All right, UNG. All right, cool. Got it. I gotta set up a chart. I never even messed with them before. Or I probably messed with them and just never been back to them. But here go the 1 month chart. It definitely looked like it bounced off the $12.49. It's at $22.83. It was that was in December. It was at 12 and some change. Oh yeah, that thing came a long way. The high was $27.87. You looking for that retest towards that 27, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
What the option volume look like?
UNG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it high? If it's high option value, you may get a little bit of traction. Is there any announcements coming up? Is there earnings? I think this no, it's yeah. So their support $22.66 for now. That was the resistance back on the 8th. And then once it got above there, it kind of shot all the way up to 27. It may be the retest coming down. We need that consolidation to kick in though. If it start consolidating in between here, that'd be a good, you know what I mean? That'd be a good idea. And then you'll be able to take advantage of the retest. But let me go see something real quick. Yeah, they got a couple million on there. Where's my, there it go. Oh yeah, they got volume. They got volume. $26.50 calls coming in for May 20th. The action, you might have to change your action, your bid. I like at least $5 or less for the action, the bid price. I don't trying to spend that much money. But yeah, $26, $26 calls like 84 cents coming in for May. For this week alone, they got 25s coming in, 27s. Know what I mean? 26 is for this week also. But you know, always buy yourself some time. And it look like it's turning green too, so.
Yeah.
Resistance is support is at $22.66, resistance at $24. Next level is $25.27, next $26.56, and all-time high is $27.83. And this was only $12.50 back in December. And since then, they've been doing pretty well. Let me go get this. But anybody else got anything? Hey man, y'all stay blessed, man. Y'all holler at me. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're not premium, be safe. Do your homework. God bless.